There we go.
Oh, you you got the part, man.
All right, perfect. I can't wait for the full release. This is a short, but I'm waiting for the full one.
I'm reading
That's
for
right.
the full release of your outfit.
Well, I
Same.
have to get me drinks before that happens. Oh, uh, Hey everyone, it's David Stark from Watch Your Pass. I'm talking to Desiree Staples and Sam Fox about the Blue Diamond, which is currently on the festival circuit. I'm going to talk to them right now. While you're watching, if you can like and subscribe to this channel, that would be fantastic. I'll spread a lot. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining me today. I've got Desiree Staples and Sam Fox talking about the Blue Diamond, which is currently on the festival circuit. It is a horror short that has this fantastic style, a great cast, and a mix of horror and comedy. I really enjoyed it. I was very excited to talk to you about it, and I'm waiting for it to be more fleshed out because I just wanted more. Like it's 16 minutes of fun and weirdness, but I was waiting for more. So I'm very excited to talk to you about this one, and thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us. And don't worry, we got you on the more.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Good.
Perfect. So I was also really excited to talk to you both because I talked to Desiree earlier about my divorce party, and my personal rule is if I talk to you two times, that means we're friends. So now Desiree and I are friends. Sam, we're not friends yet, but we'll see how this interview goes. I bet we will be made by the end of the interview. So
I mean, you came in costume, so we're already on our way there.
excellent.
Yes, you are perfectly in theme with the Blue Diamond, which we
Excellent. Excellent.
appreciate. So
I just
thank you.
want I just want to get close to Barbara Crampton. That's all I want. Like I just want to be in her ambit somewhere. So
I can possibly make that happen.
all right.
As as do we. We love working with her, and this role specifically was awesome. So
Yeah.
fun.
She seemed like a lot of fun. So Sam, where did you find this script? Did you worked with this writer before? Did this just come across your desk and you just thought it was like a weird, fun story? Like how did you find the story?
Oh my God, I wish it came across my desk. Not there yet, but yeah, it basically Desiree and I have been making movies together for God, the last 5 years. Time flies. And our last film, Fucking Nuts, which I directed and wrote and she produced, was kind of nearing the end of its festival circuit at Film Quest in Provo, Utah. Our favorite town. And Desiree likes to brag that she's been there 3 years in a row. It was my second year in a row. And it's just one of the greatest film festivals. It's like summer camp in winter. And we were lamenting on the fact that our film festival run was nearing its finale. And how are we going to keep, the dream alive and keep this going? And we travel together all over the world. Um, so we're like, well, let's make another movie. And
There you
and we're
go.
literally sitting in a cafe. There's one cafe that we really love there, and just kind of sitting, like staring off into space. And it's like, well, what are we going to make a movie about? And I'm like, well, so we have a location. And Desi's like, well, my mom's got a cabin in Big Bear. And within 30 minutes, I kind of was like, okay, there's this ski cult and little ideas throughout the day. We're in Provo for another 2 to 3 days, started coming in, and I'd pull Desi aside and I tell her, okay, and then this happens. And it slowly started to form. And then I realized that I wanted to do something more expansive than all my other shorts. And to do that, I really need to collaborate with a co-writer because I know that I'm really good at developing dialogue and story and scenes, but as far as just the overall of it, I get a little overwhelmed. And Addison is someone, Desi, I'll let you fill that in, but that Desiree knows and that I've known through the genre circuit. And I love his work. And I loved his film Hypochondriac, the way that he deals with parental trauma, but also using horror comedy. It's a very hard balance to do. And I knew he would be perfect. And he said yes when we approached him. But Des, if you want to tag team off.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that is the origin story, but I will add that it's pretty cool that from my divorce party too, which Sam was an EP on, that my background is comedy and I love comedy, and Sam's got this amazing visual style, this amazing attention to detail and building a world. So it was very cool to bring her horror genre, sci-fi, darkness with kind of my comedic elements, and Allison felt like a really cool mashup of that. And Addison too is a dear friend that I've worked with for a long time. So when he was writing Allison, he was able to really bring myself to the role, which is such a treat as an actor. So that first scene, especially where it's like, you're coming in, gonna try not to spoil, but there's the funeral, right? And I take a very comedic twist on that. That was just a blast to play. So just the whole tone of, I think it definitely is parallel to shows like Severance, of like something's uneasy and you don't really know what's going on, but and the timing of it, and it's very unsettling. And then of course there's a big reveal later in the short.
Yeah, no, for sure. I love that opening, like that opening line was just perfect. It was just so like wonderful and dry, we're gonna go
Yeah,
fun here. And
yeah.
it was a great way to start. Just kind of see, like you said, the unease that is just like resident there was really fun to kind of like get you started.
Yeah.
So, Desiree, you are obviously the biggest star in this film, but let's talk about Barbara Crampton. How did you get her involved in this movie? How did like how did you get her to like play this role?
Um, Barbara has been so she's been an icon since I was a little kid, because my sister is born in 1980, I'm 1988, and I grew up on horror films, having a sister that was 8 years older and obsessed with 80s horror. And so Barbara was part of my life from a very young age. And when doing a film that's about a mother who's kind of stuck in this time era of the 80s, also thinks that she's the star of her own show. We had a friend, Valerie Steinberg, read the script, and she instantly was like, Barbara Crampton for this role. And I was like, that would be a dream. I know she's been doing a lot of indie horror and really supporting a lot of the younger new coming filmmakers in horror, which praise her. We're so appreciative of that. But I'm like, how? I'm little old me. And Valerie put me in touch with her. Barbara loved the script and she watched my last short, Fucking Nuts, and she loved the tone and the weirdness. And she was just excited by a role like this. I think it was a little different than some of the other stuff she played, but also just felt so true to her quirkiness. But also amazing to have her bring that really real raw version of a mother trying to talk to, albeit manipulate her daughter, and then be able to have that twist at the end where it's like, oh no, things aren't really what they seem.
Yeah, for sure. While she was there, did you happen to like get her skincare routine? Because she looks amazing for an 80s horror icon. Like she looks fantastic. Like, how does she do it?
Aliens.
Well, it's pretty great because in this and in the feature version that we're developing, she's ageless and she is ageless. So that's pretty spectacular. I should have gotten her skincare routine, but I will give a shout out to our makeup artist, Kelby, who did an incredible job with all of that, with all of the heightened 80s and the color coding and just how it works with the costumes so well. But yeah, working with Barbara was absolutely a dream. And she gets to play my mother. I mean, come on. So it was just like I learned so much, and it's just so great in a Sam Fox film, in the ski cult, in the chalet. We had this 360 set, so it really just felt like we were doing a play. And each time it was like Sam would come in again and be like, "Okay, try it different this time." And it was just such an amazing opportunity to get to work off of each other in this very intense, mother-daughter confrontation, but in this wild world that felt like a fantasy. It was just really awesome.
Yeah, it
Also,
definitely felt like. Oh,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry, I just want to jump on that and add that Desiree's not mentioning that her boots are actually bolted to ski poles on the ground. Her
Correct.
hands are in frozen ski gloves,
Yeah.
bolted ski poles. Desiree cannot move. She's got a tentacle wrapped around her where I'm holding it on one end and Barbara's holding it on the other, and we're strangling her. So kudos to you. I call Desiree now. We were just touring the film in Europe and I was walking around with her and I'm like, my star, what would you like to drink? So kudos, my star.
And
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, for the Sam Fox film, I mean, you and in Fucking Nuts too, when she goes for it, she really goes for it. And that's what I think Barbara and I are always drawn to, of just like, it's not just a ski cult, but we've got a dance routine. We've got the most cheese we've ever seen at a ski soiree in the world. And now you've got this insane, very menacing confrontation, alien sucking of souls.
And I love that description because, that could be some very different movies. Desiree bolted and strangled by a tentacle. Like that could be a very different movie, but it's, it fits with this movie also. So you got lots of different ways this film could go.
Absolutely.
And what was it like getting a hug from Barbara Crampton? Did you like do that take multiple times? Like we should probably do that one more time just to get that.
Just so I could be nestled and get some of her glory sprinkled onto myself. But yeah, just going, we can't talk enough about how much we love her. And for me, as again, coming from the comedy background, it was so amazing to have her years of expertise on set. She really was, this is an indie film, right? So we didn't have a special effects tentacle team. And Barbara came in immediately, was like, okay, let's try this. Let's try this kind of way of making the tentacle look the most real. And same with that big moment of my soul being sucked to her, like exactly the placement, and just gave me so many tips as an actress in the horror sphere that now I'll have for the rest of my life. So it's amazing.
That is awesome. And speaking of other awesome things about this movie, you mentioned the dance routine. That was phenomenal. Like, did you just like impromptu do this? I assume you had some sort of choreographer, or maybe you all just like got drunk and had a fun like choreographed dance night.
Some of that is true. Yeah. Basically, I try and have a dance routine in every one of my films. I love just the art of movement, and I love working with dancers, and I'm a big dancer. And basically, the idea of just having her walk into this being the ultimate moment of this group of people showing everything that she doesn't have, this family. And so much so that they have this kind of like spiritual routine that they do together, and she's left out of it. It's when she's not there that they do this. And it's their way of indoctrinating her. But for Allison, it just makes her feel more alone. And so of course, I wanted to, these are also supposed to be like replicas of each other, miniature clones of Jaqueline, kind of taking from the Stepford Wives idea. And so, of course, it would have to be choreographed. And I, being insane, thought that I could handle it and do it on my own while prepping for everything else. Just because I have a problem with trusting other people with my vision, and it's something that I'm learning to let go of slowly. But yeah, I started doing the choreography, and really just it was one thing on my plate that I could not handle. And through the cosmic universe, we got connected with this girl, Meredith, who also plays one of the ski cult members. And when we met, she was just like, yeah, if you need any help on the project, I can choreograph, I can do BTS, I can act, I can aid, like just listed all these things that I'm like, how many things can you do? Because I need a lot of help. And so we started working on this routine together, and I would send her videos and she would send me videos back and forth. And was honestly some of the most fun I had, like these video exchanges in my last few days of prep, and then send them out to cast with these notes of like, not threatening them, but like, I really, really, really hope that you are practiced and know your dance routine. Yeah, like trying not to say, you better know this. And Meredith was so amazing. They all stayed in an Airbnb together when we were filming, the skiers and her. And the day before we shot, and the morning before we shot, she had them practice over and over and over, and they showed up on set and they nailed it in the first take. And that's when the tears started flowing. And I'm like, you guys make me so proud.
That's perfect.
It's amazing. Indie filmmakers at its finest. Everyone's wearing 4 or 5 different hats, including us. And yeah, Meredith came in and nailed it along with our cast. And I got to see it in real time, which is so cool, that scene. And, with the camera movements, Ryan coming in. It really was just like so impressed and so proud. I had to act a lot to look both proud, but also like, what the heck is going on? And like concerned, because inside my soul, I was like, this is so cool. So that was the biggest challenge.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And where did you get these outfits from? Is there a Goodwill that you went to, or like I love just like the bright colors, the 80s feel.
Yeah, our costume designer, Penelope Strintz, I met her through our gaffer, Tom. She's one of our proud French team. We had quite a big French team in my team of I mean, they are my French team. They've all come pretty much to Venice Beach via France and are all these incredible, dedicated, hardworking artists that are just brilliant. And slowly, one by one, I've started working with them. JB and OCN were also in it. They're not even actors, but they acted in the ski cult because they wanted to be part of this. And Penelope works a lot with Universal. And so she's like, I mean, the budget that we gave her is so sadly ridiculous. But she said to us, or she said to me, come to Universal, see if you find anything you like. I pulled some stuff and I got there, and pretty much everything that you see is from there. And then Anna, who me and Desiree met at Sundance, her company's called Hoo Ha Ski Wear. She did a custom designed ski suit for Barbara with the blue diamond insignia. Penelope also bedazzled the ski suits. So it was really, it's these DIY indie filmmakers that do production quality on the level of like a big Hollywood budget. And God, we are so grateful for them because they make this film look expensive, and it is not.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
All
That is
about the
fantastic.
attention to detail. They knocked it out of the park. Penelope and Anna both. It was just amazing to see all this artistic brilliance at all levels.
That's awesome. All right, so I know we have limited time. I'm going to switch to a lightning round. They're just lightweight questions about the film. I want to see how your personal experiences map to things in the movie. Feel free to skip any of them. I won't be offended, but I try to keep them very answerable.
Okay.
All right. First question. Are either of you alcoholics?
No, but my mother is a recovering alcoholic.
And no, but also have family members, and I think everyone has someone that's dealing with it.
Desiree, you seem to play as someone who is, either very drunk or not drinking in both of your movies. So
It is funny. It is funny. There's definitely parallel universes going on where Zan and Allison definitely intertwine at some point, which is pretty funny. That's true.
Yeah,
My brand is clear. She's a mess that is trying to get it back together.
If you spend time with Desiree, you just notice how kooky and wacky she is, and then you understand why she always plays alcoholics.
There we go. Next question. Do either of you ski?
Yes. Yes, I'm actually pretty good. So I'm very excited for that as the film develops of getting to show off those skills potentially.
I'm excited to see. Now, when you ski, what kind of runs do you do? Do you do blue squares, black diamonds?
I do blue diamonds. No,
Oh.
I do. I do. Oh yeah, I stick to the greens and the blues. No diamonds for me.
Okay. Yeah. Black diamonds from a lot of places, it just means moguls. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. Like that just seems painful.
Yeah. It's dangerous.
It is. It could be. Speaking of diamonds, do either of you have any diamonds on you?
No, not yet.
that turned into a very sad answer.
An opal, but not a diamond. Opal is one of my favorite stones here.
I was going to ask if any of them are blue diamonds, but apparently not yet. Maybe in the future. We'll see. Next question. What color is your ski outfit?
Like my spirit animal ski outfit?
Or your personal ski outfit that you go skiing in? Is it like a sweet bright color, or are you more plain?
Yeah, definitely bright color. Pink for me.
And Sam, if you had a ski outfit, what would it be?
We bought 80 ski suits and wore them to Sundance to promote the film, and mine is a mixture of hot pink, like this color blue, and black, and it is very cool.
That sounds awesome. I love that. All right, and the last question. This film is about someone's mother leaving them something. Is there anything that you think your mother might leave you other than generational trauma?
Like a pack of animals that are all just slightly busted.
like a pack of actual living animals that are all busted.
I hope they're living. But you never know with my mom.
That's hilarious. If you knew Sam's mom, there's a bunny, there was a tortoise that was adopted for, so that's very serious.
3 dogs, 3 cats.
My mom is my hero and my best friend already. She's given me so much, but her sense of humor, again, she's also as kooky and wacky as me. And it takes a translator sometimes to understand what wild metaphors we're saying. So I love her sense of humor and very happy to have that.
Perfect. And a great, sweet way to end this interview. So the film is on the festival circuit. It's the Blue Diamond. You're out promoting the film, doing your runs, making sure that you can continue to go to all the festivals. But after people see the Blue Diamond, is there anything else you're working on? Maybe a bluer diamond? A bigger carrot diamond?
It's a big carrot. We're in development on the feature version. There was too much of this story to be told in the short. We kind of knew that we were getting into a lot. So basically what you see is the emotional build of the story, but the actual feature will be a straight up alien horror film with the same emotional undercurrent. But I feel like sci-fi films are a lot easier to show that you can do. So I wanted to do more of the hard work in the short film.
That's awesome. I cannot wait for that. Like I said, I loved this overall film. When I saw it, I was like 16 minutes. Oh man. But I'm glad that this is just the amuse-bouche, the entree or the appetizer for the full entree, which will come at some point in the future. But while you wait for that, make sure to check out the Blue Diamond on the festival circuit. This is Desiree Staples and Sam Fox. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
That was Desiree Staples and Sam Fox talking about the Blue Diamond, which is currently on the festival circuit. It is a horror thriller short with this fantastic style, a wonderful cast, and some humor and horror. If you like this interview, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.